Hey fam, grace and peace. This is Charles here with your Midweek Recharge. And this week I want to revisit a conversation that I think we had, I don't know, maybe a year ago or so. The idea of cost, that belonging to a particular group, a family, an association, a club, a team, costs. And sometimes the cost is quite apparent, and sometimes it's a little bit more subtle. And in particular, I'm reflecting on the cost associated with following, learning, being a learner, being a follower, being a disciple of Jesus. That there's actually a fairly significant cost. And at the same time, it's also affordable. Now, what do you mean by that, Charles? That it's a high cost? It's a high price, but it's also affordable? That doesn't make sense. Well, it's affordable because it's something that everyone can pay. The cost is high because, well, it costs you everything. It costs you everything that you possess. And what I mean by that is to be truly engaged in this life that's lived out, where we are following and implementing, living by the teachings of Jesus, we have to be willing to give up anything. And therefore, we have to be willing to give up everything. That's what Jesus demands of us. And that's the price. Now, the good news is you can pay it. You just have to be willing to give up anything and everything. And for each of us, that amount is going to vary, but it's the same for all of us because it's everything. You know, when Jesus was teaching with a group, he said something that really caught people off guard. He said, "You think I came to bring peace? I came to bring a sword. I came to actually turn your homes against one another, to put father against son and mother against daughter, because that's the cost. You got to be willing to give up everything. And what you get back in return is all that and more. That's the promise, is that if you're willing to pay it, like Abraham, the return is life, the fullest life we could imagine. So as you're reflecting this week and thinking about what's most valuable to you, think, are you willing to give it up for God? Let that be your recharge.